As we move across, I can also add text to any image that I would like. So I could say just WCPS, and I can move this anywhere I would like. Moving across, you also see that we have our signature options. If you'd like to use the signature option or see how this works, please take a look at our PDF modification. It's usually a lot more common to be used in the PDF, but essentially you can use the trackpad to put your signature in, or you can sign on a blank piece of paper, use the camera, and it will capture your signature from there. You can also use this option right here, which is going to adjust the color. So you can make some color adjustments in the preview option for images if you need to, and if this is the type of thing that you would want to do. You can also customize the size of the image. Now this is important because this is where if you have an application or a program that says it has to be, say, 600 by 600 pixels, well, if you modify it right here for the width and the height, a few things also are important down here. If you have scale proportionally and I change width to 600, so it did that, but now I'm going to go back into my options and you'll see that it scaled everything proportionally based on my custom pixels. If I change this to 200, you'll see that it's 33% of that. It scales everything. But let's say that I wanted to change it by a percentage. So the width, I want to change this by 20%. You'll see that it holds and maintains. If I undo scale proportionally and I change this back to pixels, now I might say that this is 200, but the height is 400. And you'll see how it modified the image there. So you can really make this the exact size that you need it or want it, and then export that image. So sometimes you will download an image from, say, Google, or you grab one and it's a little bit pixelated, but you don't need as a large of a size. You can go in here and you can make some modifications. It's not going to be perfect. It is certainly not an Adobe Photoshop type of quality, but it is a quick and easy way to adjust the size of your image as you would need it or want it to be. So I'm going to bring it back to our regular size. And then finally we do have our font editing options as well as our shapes, our lines. So really a nice way to go in, modify, and edit an image that you have that is a file. Now let's say that we've done this and we also want to make a modification to an image that is in our Photos or our camera roll on our Mac. So I'm going to open my Photos app, and within the Photos app, once my photos load, let's say that this is the image that I want to modify. I do not need to send this image from Photos into Preview. Preview uses it whenever I have a file that I've downloaded or I have on my Mac that is not in my Photos. If I'm in my Photos, all I need to do is grab the photo, go to my modification lines right here. This is allowing me to edit. When I open that, you'll see I have some of the same basic options. I have a few more with filters, but if I go to extensions and choose markup, I will find that I have the exact same options, minus just a few, to make modifications and annotations on this photo right in the Photos app. So again, if I have a picture that is in my Photos app, I do not need to send it to a file to open in Preview. I have the exact same options I need right here. So once I make a modification, let's see that I added this square because I wanted to point out very specifically that we are going to be working on the keyboard area of GarageBand today. I then hit Save Changes, and my photo is going to be exactly what it was. Now if I do make changes and I want to go back, you'll see I have the option to revert to original. So that is just another way that I can modify photos and annotate photos if I have it in my Photos itself. If it's a file, like I have this one as an actual file on my Mac, then I'll go into Preview and make the changes there.